The night sky of Seoul seems to reflect stars that shine brighter than usual. But that night, it wasn't a sky that stole the eyes of millions. It was two stars from the music world who finally reunited in an unexpected emotional moment. BTS's Jin and Coldplay's Chris Martin shocked the world with a very emotional and meaningful stage performance. More than an ordinary collaboration, the moment seemed to reveal something deeper, a hidden message allegedly contained in the song The Astronaut. Unforgettable historical moments. April 19, 2025 is one of the most historic days in the journey of the ARMY and Coldplay fans. During a special event in Seoul, which was initially kept secret by the organizers, the public was surprised by the appearance of Chris Martin with Jin on stage, performing the legendary song The Astronaut. The crowd cheers turned into tears. Thousands of spectators in attendance immediately watched Jin, who is still serving his final military service, perform with a different aura. Not just singing, Jin appears as if spilling all his longing, anxiety, and determination in every lyric he sings with Chris Martin. And even more heartwarming, there was a small gesture, a code, perhaps, that led ARMY to speculate that the song harbored a hidden message from the genie that had never been revealed to the public. The Astronaut and the secret behind the lyrics. Since it was first released on October 28, 2022, The Astronaut has become a very personal song for Jin. This song is not only his first solo single, but also his last gift before he officially enlists in the ARMY. Given by Coldplay, the song is touted as a farewell letter from Jin to ARMY. But now, 2 years since the song first hit the charts, their latest performance in Seoul opens a new chapter in their story. Netizens and music watchers began to reanalyze the lyrics of the song and found some lines that now feel much deeper in meaning. When I'm with you, there is no one else. Is this just an expression of Jin's love for his fans, or is there a more personal hidden meaning? Some fans believe that Jin pinned his feelings that he had been hiding, a longing that he could not express directly. There are also those who interpret that this song stores a code of communication between the genie and someone who means a lot to him. Speculation has also sprung up. Is this about his family, his best friend at BTS, or even someone who has not been known to the public? Chris Martin and his emotional role. Chris Martin, the Coldplay frontman known for his empathy and closeness to BTS, looked very emotional in the performance. He even had time to hold Jin's hand in the middle of the song, then hugged him tightly before the song ended. In a short interview after the show, Chris said, "This song is about the journey of a person who finds his home, and sometimes home is not a place, but a person." Jin knew who he was talking about. This statement seems to add a new layer to the mystery of the secret message in The Astronaut. Fans speculated that Chris had known the deepest meaning of this song before many people even realized it. Returned to the real world after the mission, Astronaut, Jin's performance on stage that night was not just an ordinary musical performance. The ARMY referred to it as the moment of the Jin's return to Earth. After nearly 2 years out of the spotlight due to conscription, Jin appears like an astronaut returning from space, carrying stories, wounds, and hope. Not a few who judge that this song is a form of genie therapy during the military. The lyrics that describe solitude, direction finding, and finally finding her way home feel especially relevant to what she may have experienced over the past 2 years. One of the ARMY wrote on X, formerly Twitter, after seeing Jin and Chris on stage tonight, "I believe that The Astronaut isn't just about the fans. It was about a sense of loss, an undisclosed love, and the courage to stay put. Genie, ARMY, and an unbroken bond. It is undeniable. Jin and ARMY have a very unique relationship." This song, which was originally thought to be a farewell greeting, is now actually proof that there is no distance that can separate them. Even when Jin is not active in the entertainment world, his influence is still felt. And now, with her performance with Chris Martin, she's proving that she's still there, still conveying her love and message through music. Mystery or code of love. Since that night, many ARMY began to make theories and in-depth analysis of the song, The Astronaut. Some even found certain patterns in the way the genie sang the song, an emphasis on certain words, a change in tempo, and eye contact that seemed to hint at something. The popular theory goes that the word home in the song is actually a metaphor for a person, The gesture of the Jin's hand pointing to the sky and then to his heart is interpreted as someone there stays here in the heart. This appearance is a signal that Jin will soon return to the entertainment world with a new, more personal work. Is this just a fan theory? Or did the genie deliberately insert a secret message for someone special? This appearance a new beginning. Some sources from the industry say that this stage collaboration is not the end, but the beginning of something bigger. Rumor has it that Coldplay and Jin are working on a special project that will be released after Jin officially completes his enlistment in mid-2025. If true, then The Astronaut is just the first chapter of a much deeper story. The reaction of the world. We are not ready, but moved. Not only in Korea, Jin and Chris's appearance has also become a global trend. The hashtags #JinAstronautLive and #ChrisJin4Life were trending for several hours. Thousands of fan art, video edits, and theory threads appear in minutes. Even some K-pop artists and international musicians also reacted, including RM, who wrote, "He is back, with deeper strength than ever." Cover, a song, a story, a promise. The Astronaut is not just a song. It's a story, a journey, and a promise. And that night in Seoul, it all came true again in the form of a performance that will always be remembered by the ARMY around the world. Will the secret message in the song be fully revealed? Probably not. But like the stars in the night sky, not everything has to be clearly visible for us to feel its existence. If you are a true ARMY, how do you feel after seeing the appearance of Jin and Chris Martin? Do you also believe there is a hidden message behind The Astronaut? Or maybe you know something that hasn't been revealed yet? Fact or sensation? Jin and Chris Martin's performance in Seoul caused a stir, but is it real? Still warm in the memories of millions of ARMY and global music lovers. BTS's surprise appearance of Jin and Chris Martin on the Seoul stage with the song, The Astronaut, has taken the virtual universe by storm. The public spotlight, social media timelines, to the main pages of world news portals are full of footage, speculation, and conspiracy theories about the hidden meaning of this moment. But now, when emotions begin to subside and curiosity begins to give way to doubts, big questions arise that have not yet received a definite answer. Is everything we are witnessing true? Or is it just a media scenario designed to create a sensation? Performing arts a show too perfect? Some began to question, how could such a deeply emotional, intimate, and deeply meaningful performance happen so suddenly, without any prior leaks? Even ARMY, who is known to be very sensitive to the schedule and movements of the BTS members, admitted that he did not see any signs of Jin going on stage with Chris Martin that night. Was it a genuine, authentic surprise, or a well-crafted moment to provoke global attention? I have to admit, the scene was perfect. Lighting, emotional flow, even the interaction of Jin and Chris Martin seems to be arranged like a movie script. Not that it's fake, but are we too quick to believe it's a spontaneous occurrence? Most of the ARMY would have been happy, moved, and emotional to see Jin perform after such a long absence. But let's be honest for a moment. Behind that excitement, have you ever asked, why is this performance done now, when Jin has not yet fully completed his military service? Did Coldplay really come to Seoul just for that brief moment? Why is there no official documentation or press conference afterwards? Many of you have written on social media how this is the most honest moment you have ever seen. But hasn't the media also presented seemingly honest scenarios before, only to later prove to be engineered? Let's look at it from another point of view. The Korean and global entertainment world knows very well how to play on the emotions of the audience. And BTS, as a global icon, has the power to move the masses, influence trends, even raise or lower the image of a brand or institution. In the midst of the news of the gradual return of BTS members from the military, could this be part of a warm-up project to welcome the group's reactivation? Or even further, could this be a covert promotion for Jin's solo comeback, or even a new collaborative project with Coldplay?